Blacklist Hunter here, and today I'm gonna rank my personal favorite moments from the Hunter exam arc in Hunter x Hunter. I've seen a lot of criticism about this arc, many different opinions such as its pace is slow, there isn't enough action, or it's not that good overall. But I feel like it's a solid arc, even though it's not the best. It's just like every arc in Hunter x Hunter, it's flawlessly written. I mean, it's Yoshihiro Togashi, the legend. Feel free to give your own favorite moments in the comments down below and subscribe if you're new. Let's reach 1000 subs. First off, I gotta say, even the first chapter of Hunter x Hunter gives you that energy and curiosity about hunters. It literally starts off so damn cool. Strange beasts and monsters, secret treasures, mystical places, the mysterious unknown, and those who are captivated by its spell are called hunters. Let's be fair here, give me a better intro to a manga. I mean, I know it's based on personal preference, but the intro is simply too good, man. It's top tier in the shonen manga verse, no doubt. It was so well adapted in the 2011 anime version as well. Now, my favorite moments aren't ranked in any particular order, but I got the introduction of Kite as first one I want to talk about. Kite shows up out of nowhere as soon as the fox bear is about to attack Gon, and he simply ends the beast and punches Gon for being so stupid as he wandered into fox bear territory at a delicate time of the year. And Kite yelled at Gon because his father hadn't taught him anything, and Gon simply responded that he has no father or mother. Now, my favorite part about this encounter has gotta be when Kite is about to end the fox bear cub and Gon intervenes, protecting the animal, and Kite simply by looking at Gon's eyes can tell that this child is no ordinary kid because Gon has that fire in his eyes. So of course Kite then introduced himself as Jin's student, and the whole encounter is wholesome, and to be fair, it should have been included in the anime. I can't deny that Kite looks totally badass and pretty tough. I also like swords a lot, and Kite is using a sword, so that's why I like this character so much, which totally fits Kite by the way, and the way he stops the fox bear attack is pretty damn cool as well. Anyway, let me stop glazing Kite for a moment. The next moment I wanted to talk a little bit is the introduction of Hisoka. In the manga, he simply cuts the arms of another examinee, and the way this villain is introduced is simply next level. The way that Tompa describes him makes Hisoka really intriguing, as he keeps walking with that aura and slowly fading away into the crowd. I mean, Tompa says this dude attacked a whole examiner, not just other examinees, but the damn examiner. I mean, how strong you gotta be? And Tompa stated that even the devil himself can pass the exam if the exam committee approves it. So Hisoka is introduced as someone ominous and really dangerous, so basically stay away from Hisoka. It's not really one of my favorite moments, however I feel like it's a cool introduction. Another moment that stuck with me as a first time watcher of this anime, and I actually felt sad at first, is during the running phase of the exam, and Leorio is overwhelmed and tired as he had been running for 5 hours, and he begins to waver and lose determination to run. And Leorio states that he underestimated the exam and an ordinary guy like him has no chance, and when I first saw this I thought he was gonna actually fail. I actually liked the Leorio a lot as a character, as he was very chill and funny. So he rested for a bit and Gon was staring at him. Next, Leorio sprinted full force and declared that he came to the exam to become a hunter. And what I admired about this moment is that no matter how difficult it is in life, no matter if we are tired, we gotta push to the max and never give up on what we have set our objective. So in reality, there are lessons to learn even from fictional characters, as the psychological aspect is based on real life first of all. Now, the next moment I really enjoyed is when Hisoka decided to play examiner and attack the other examinees. So basically he was attacking everyone with Shunen powered cards. Hisoka went on a spree and ended everyone with easy difficulty. This really increased the tension in the exam phase, as this dude was extremely overpowered compared to the others. I was like, how strong is this dude and how does he do this with the cards? So at first Leorio and Kurapika ran, but Leorio decided to come back and fight Hisoka head on, and as soon as Hisoka is about to grab Leorio to finish him, Gon attacks him with the fishing pole. Hisoka then turned his attention on Gon, and I was like, oh, something is gonna happen. He punched the hell out of Leorio and grabbed Gon, but ultimately after taking a glance at Gon, he decided that Gon has the spirit and potential to become a hunter, and ultimately decided to spare Gon. This scene really had that high tension. The environment was epic during the fog. A monster like Hisoka went on a rampage and decided which one is hunter material, and Hisoka was made to appear unstoppable at this point. So we all love to see Hisoka more and more, and at least that's how how I was. Now, as a kid, when Netero was introduced, I was excited because he literally jumped from the airship easily and flawlessly, and it stated that he is a chairman. Now, I had no idea what a chairman was, but I really thought Netero was a cool old man. And let me point out that this list I'm making in this video is actually what I thought at the beginning, at least more than a decade ago, when watching then reading Hunter x Hunter. And another moment was Netero versus Gon and Killua during the ball game, but I've already made a whole video about the entire moment. It really made Netero look like a whole different human, as for his age he was really flexible and fast, and two highly skilled kids like Gon and Killua couldn't manage to steal a ball from Netero, even though Netero basically nerfed himself. Kurapika versus Majitani was also a very cool moment. As Majitani was introduced, he was evil looking, however he had no heart and everyone else could see through that he was a wimp like Gon and Killua. Highly likely that only Leorio and Tompa perhaps couldn't see through Majitani. Kurapika agreed to all of Majitani's conditions, and I thought Kurapika was really cool. The dude was triple his own size and Kurapika showed no fear or hesitation. So after Majitani saw that Kurapika wasn't wavering and showing any fear, he punched a hole in the floor and then showed the spider tattoo on his back, claiming to be a Phantom Troop member. Next, Kurapika became a whole different person. The situation now was tense, as we knew from the beginning Kurapika hated the troop. He activated the red eyes, the scarlet eyes, and slammed Majitani into the ground with only one punch. This moment was cool, funny, and showed us that Kurapika walked the talk. Kurapika, even though he was inferior in stature, his heart was bigger, stronger than Majitani's in every possible way. The next moment I really enjoyed is the Hisoka versus Togari fight. I mean, Hunter x Hunter is full of awesome and epic moments, but I don't really know, I really enjoyed this short fight more than anything as a kid, perhaps only because Hisoka was being a badass. And believe me, Hisoka wasn't even my favorite character. Togari had the 4-blade style and it looked mysterious and strange. How was he doing that? However, Hisoka managed to avoid all his direction 4-blade style. Even though he was sliced and injured, Hisoka ultimately grabbed the blades that Togari had spent 6 months to master, and instantly Hisoka cut off Togari's head without any mercy, further solidifying his presence in his arc, and Hisoka was the first one to pass the Trick Tower phase, which is not surprising. Now next, Hisoka had his bloodlust moment when Gon was following him in Zetsu mode. Hisoka was in his own creepy and evil world and he was itching for some action, and this is where Gon thought ahead and went up to the tree to check the closest person to Hisoka. Gon knew that Hisoka would attack instantly without hesitation, so Hisoka spotted the swordsman and the little dude was ready to fight for his life, and I felt sorry, I'm gonna be honest. And as soon as Hisoka entered close range, Gon swung full force a fishing pole and managed to steal Hisoka's badge at a unprecedented moment for Hisoka. And what I like is that Hisoka was fully surprised and astonished at the same time. Gon managed to steal a badge of the strongest person in Zeval Island, which shows that Gon in reality is really smart and has high observation and quite some really good tactics. Hisoka called Gon's move a work of art in the manga. Gon has perfect timing, he masked his bloodlust and everything was done outstandingly. To be fair, most of the good moments are when Hisoka is in the picture. However, I've already made a detailed video breaking down the Hisoka versus Netero interaction, which absolutely made Hisoka dumbfounded at how his evil aura couldn't bother Netero at all. Next, we have the Illumi versus Killua fight. It was an interaction that really had me confused and on the edge at the same time. At first I was like, this dude looks nothing like Killua, and it turns out they are really brothers. And furthermore, Killua, who did some really impressive things throughout the exam, was utterly helpless and overwhelmed by fear against his own brother. Illumi impressed me as a character as he had no expression, no life in his eyes. Even Hisoka looked like a nicer guy than Illumi. The whole Illumi versus Killua interaction was so well thought, it made Illumi appear as a true villain of this arc. He even stated that he would end Gon without any hesitation, adding further mystery to this character. And Illumi even used his needle ability on a guard, so aside from himself, he could change the shape and disfigure other people. So I thought this dude is the real deal. Going further above, Illumi even asks the chairman Netero if he gets a license in case he exterminates everyone in the room. So Netero is like, yeah, sure. So all in all, I thought Illumi was really dangerous at some point. I thought he was even more scared than Hisoka, and it's not easy to top Hisoka. All in all, these were my favorite moments. There are a lot of good moments, but this is what I really thought as a kid. To be honest, this is what I really liked after I watched the 1999 anime, then I read the manga, and then when the 2011 anime came out, I watched that one. Hunter x Hunter is so cool, man. Anyway, subscribe. Blacklist Hunter out.